Flirting with a pretty girl can be nerve-wracking and exciting at the same time. Whether it's someone you know or a girl you just met, flirting is easy when you know the right things to do. By approaching her with confidence, showing your personality, and getting to know more about her, you might be able to get a date with the girl of your dreams. Part 1. Approaching a pretty girl. 1. Stand up straight and be confident in yourself. Your body language says a lot about you, and girls can tell if you're nervous to talk to them. Make sure you're speaking loud enough that they can hear you and that you aren't looking at the ground while you're talking. 2. Take the time to groom yourself so you feel your best. Before you go out or spend time socializing with a girl you think is pretty, take a shower, brush your teeth, pick out some clothes that you like, and put on deodorant and maybe even some cologne. Make sure your hair looks nice, you're well dressed, and you smell good so that you'll be confident. 3. Introduce yourself with a smile. When you approach a girl, you should say hi and tell her your name. This will encourage her to share her name and give you the opportunity to get to know her a little better. Smile and make eye contact while she's talking to show her that you're paying attention. Introducing yourself is the easiest way to break the ice and open up a conversation, even if you're shy. For example, to start a conversation with someone who you know from class, you can say, "Hey, I'm John. You look so familiar, were you in Miss Jones's geometry class?" 4. Give her a genuine compliment on something that you like about her. Once you've introduced yourself to her, tell her what made you come to approach her. Maybe you think she has great hair. Or you like her smile. Make sure your compliment is genuine and keep it positive. For example, you can say something like, "Your hair is beautiful, the color really brings out your eyes." Or, you could say, "I noticed your Nirvana shirt. That's my favorite band." If you know her a little better, you might say something like, "I want to congratulate you for getting an A on that chemistry exam, I thought it was really hard." Part 2. Establishing a connection. 1. Ask her unique questions about her interests to get to know her better. If you're talking to a girl that you've never met before, you'll want to learn more about her. Ask open-ended questions that don't require a yes or no answer to give her a chance to show more of her interests and personality. For a girl you just met, you can ask, "Have you had any good adventures lately?" Or, "What's something that you find really interesting?" If you know her, ask her about things that you might have in common, like, "What did you do this weekend?" Or, "How did you do on that history project?" That will give her a chance to talk and give you an opportunity to respond. 2. Make eye contact when she's talking and listen closely. Paying attention when a girl talks is a great way to show her that you're interested and nice. Eye contact is the best way to communicate that you're engaged in the conversation, and be sure to throw in affirming comments at the appropriate times. If you have something to add to the conversation, make sure you wait until there's a pause to jump in with your comment. No one likes to be interrupted while they talk. 3. Tell her a short funny story if the moment is appropriate. Girls love a guy who has a sense of humor and can make them laugh. Think about something funny that happened to you recently and bring it up in conversation if it goes with the topic that you're talking about. For example, if you're talking about school being tough, you might say something like, "Yesterday, I got my Spanish test back and saw that my teacher circled my name at the top of the test. I was so confused for a second, but then I realized I spelled my own name wrong." Try to avoid randomly bringing up a funny story because that can make it seem like you're trying too hard. Keep the story short to avoid boring the girl and keep an eye out to make sure she isn't bored. If you notice her staring off, wrap up your story and change the subject to something else. 4. Find a reason to touch her lightly if she's comfortable with you. Many girls respond positively to small gestures like a touch on the arm, sitting close, or brushing her hair behind her ear. Make excuses to have physical contact with her, which will make her feel more comfortable and at ease around you. A great way to initiate contact is by taking her hand to lead her somewhere, or sitting next to her at a table where your legs can touch. If she seems uncomfortable or pulls away, you should back off. In the link I put in the description of this video, you can learn 3 tips for using the body language to get the girls you really want to start fantasizing about you. Including a technique to make her crave your touch. A technique for getting her to think about kissing you. 5. Remember little details that she tells you. Listening shows girls that you're kind and interested in them. If she brings up that she's worried about a math test, wishing her luck on the day of the exam will show her that you've been thinking about her. Many girls view this as a sign that you'd be a good boyfriend and it can help you move from a friendly relationship to a romantic one. When you're first getting to know each other, ask things like her favorite color, birthday, and favorite food. Make a point to remember these because they'll definitely be useful at some point. 6. Tease her gently if you're already close with her. For girls who you already know, it can be difficult to make the transition from friendship to something more romantic. If you've shared inside jokes before, like embarrassing stories or memories together, bring them up to remind her how close you are. For example, you might say something like, "Wow, Jenna, your shoes are almost as bright as your smile." If you know her well, make sure to avoid topics that you know she's sensitive about. Things like appearance and intelligence should always be off limits. Avoid teasing girls who you don't know already because this can come off as rude. You never know what someone is insecure about, so it's best to stick to being nice when meeting someone new. Part 3. Securing a date. 1. Send some flirty text messages to start a conversation. If things are going well, ask for her phone number if you don't already have it. Texting is a great way to start a conversation without worrying about outside things like other people. In the link I put in the description of this video, I'll show you how to turn her on and get her out with just 3 simple texts. Even girls who had been sending icy cold one-word responses will suddenly be eager to spend time with you. 2. Be straightforward and ask her out if things are going well. Sometimes, you have to be bold when you like someone. If things are going well and she seems happy to see you and spend time with you, ask her out on a date. She'll appreciate you being honest about liking her, and you'll know immediately if she likes you back. Keep her interests in mind when asking her out, and have an idea of what you want to do. For example, you could say, "Do you want to go see the new James Bond movie with me this weekend?" 3. Be courteous and kind when you're around her. Open doors and hold her hand when walking to show her that you're interested in her romantically and will treat her well. This goes a long way to show that you'd make a good boyfriend and might bump her interest in you to the next level. Kindness will demonstrate to the girl that you're trustworthy and reliable, which are both very desirable traits. Plus, all girls like being treated well. 4. Expect to foot the bill when you ask her on a date. You should plan to pay for the first few dates if you're the one asking her out, but don't start an argument if she offers to pay half. She's probably just trying to show that she's independent and doesn't expect you to support her. If you're interested in a girl, the nice thing to do is offer to pay. 5. Be yourself when pursuing a pretty girl. The best way to get a girl to like you is by showing her that you're funny, interesting, and kind. Putting on a show and trying to seem cool will feel fake, and most girls will see through that. If she feels comfortable around you and trusts you, she'll be happy to spend more time with you. In the link I put in the description of this video, you can learn how to turn a girl into your girlfriend with one simple move. Even if she's playing hard to get, and 3 tips for using the body language to get the girls you really want to start fantasizing about you. You can access the link I put in the description to watch my video now. And be ready to take notes. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel.